Hello everyone, I'm Angie and this is New Path Tarot. I'm just getting your cards ready today for you guys to use to select your piles. The cards that I show you aren't necessarily going to be the topic of your pile, so I don't want you to think that it's going to be biased or based on that. But I'm going to show you 3 different cards for each of you to use to select using your intuitive gifts. So if you are pile 1, your card is unknown. And it's not unknown what your card is, it's literally that your card is the unknown card. Yeah, I know I have jokes today. Okay, that's pile 1. Pile 2 is wish. Reminds me of the star card. I usually use that as my wish card when I'm using tarot. And pile 3, your card is sovereignty. Did I say that right? That's one of those words that I don't know if I put enough syllables or if I put too many syllables, but you get the point. Alright, I'm going to hold them all 3 up. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So take all the time you need. You can pause this here if you need to. The timestamps are in the description, in the comments. Go ahead and select your pile if you're 2 or 3. If you're pile 1, you could just stay right here and we'll get started with you. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, so pile 1, you picked unknown as your card. I love this. It's like, it's not unknown to the person standing there, it's unknown to us. We can't see what is down there. Now, I would assume what's down there is just a continuation of the same, these little lines until it goes into oblivion. There's nothing there anymore to see. But really, we don't know, do we? So, why do we not know? Because it's unknown. I'm going to use cards from my deck, the Space Eyes Oracle, which is available, mind you. We're going to get more context. Ooh, I love this. You don't know what it is yet. It's unknown to you, but I know what it is. The card is Gateway. And you have Cosmic Eye and Forces as well. 2 of your cards are very similar background. It's like a blue sky galaxy type look to it. But the first one, Gateway, this is a place that I've actually seen in my life, in real life. That's why I had specific significance to it. The keywords are for Gateway: prayer, devotion to external, reverence, respect, and homage, and lineage. Okay? Now, the way that I use my cards is I don't read them individually usually. I will blend them together. So let me read you what the other cards are as well, and then we can get more of a clear picture. We have Cosmic Eye, divine intervention, it's meant to be this way, out of your control, unforeseen rerouting, purposeful blocks, and fate. That goes very well with the unknown card, because it's the theme that's coming to my mind is, why is this happening? And when you have those kind of, why is this happening, this card really comes into play with that theme. Okay, and then we have Forces, which is manifestation, magic, divine powers, and cosmic assistance. So when we have this card, it actually is kind of foretelling of your own personal inner power. So let's say hypothetically you're going through a rough time right now, or something's going on in your life that is negative and you're wondering why. This is saying, for one, with Gateway, the keyword being, one of the keywords being prayer and devotion to external, it's like kind of surrendering to the situation, throwing your hands up and saying, I don't know why this is going on, but apparently it's out of my hands, and the only thing that you can do is basically sit aside from the situation and allow it to play out and say, like, I'm not going to try to control this, I'm not going to try to make anything happen here other than behind the scenes with manifestation. I'm not going to, in the real world, directly try to influence anything. I'm not going to try to make anything happen in this situation. I'm just going to let it be what it is, and I'm going to turn to an external source, whatever that might be for you, your own personal beliefs. If you don't have any, this is one of those situations where sometimes you do turn to prayer even if it's not something you normally do, is what it feels like. Okay, and I'm going to get one tarot card just to kind of sum it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the whole deck, and then I'm going to pull what the shadow card is, which means the card on the bottom. I'm going to give it 3 good shuffles. And 1 flew out, so you get a bonus card today. You get 2 bonus cards today. Okay, because another one flew out. Alright, yeah, this is definitely a burdensome type of, with the 10 of Wands, type of situation. The 10 of Wands is clearly somebody who has got their hands full in a situation. You also got the 9 of Swords, which is another situation. This can cause anxiety or be stressful to you. This is the one of the 2 that flew out. And the other one was the 6 of Cups. So this card can mean many things, but it can also, one of the main meanings that I give it is, can be referring to childhood. So this is something that may have been going on a long time. This is something that isn't a new situation, but it might be currently active right now with stress and anxiety and with overwhelm and overburden. It's almost like, when is it not like this? Is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. So let me pull one more card from my deck to give advice going forward. Like, we read the situation, but that doesn't really tell us what to do with it, right? So the last card I'm pulling 2 because this one didn't really give advice. It was more information, which is half out, half in, half out. Not invested enough, holding back, hot and cold, needing more effort, committing, or walk away. And notice you can kind of sort of see half of a face here, and the other half is the galaxy. So it's like showing somebody's half in and half out. This could talk about a need for grounding, which the other card that flew out is Terra, which I spelled wrong, by the way. My second version of this is going to have it spelled correctly. It's Terra. But it's phonetically correct. We got earthing, connection to Gaia, and grounding. So this card right here, my friends, is your advice of what to do with the situation, which is not being half in and half out, but being fully grounded. And in order to do that, earthing, connecting to the earth, doing grounding, that kind of thing is what your advice is. So it's not self-care like bubble baths, it's self-care like going outside or doing something like, there's certain crystals, if you're drawn to crystals, that you can work with that have grounding properties. Anything like Google, how do I ground myself? Those are the things that are required from you this time. And it's like real world stuff to try to get out of this situation, out of your head, and connected with the earth so that you can better be equipped to handle the situation going forward. Alright, so I hope that gave you a little bit of wisdom today. Otherwise, if you picked another pile, you can check out 2 or 3. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Alright, pile 2. So your card was Wish. That's the card that you selected. We have a person who is looking into a body of water, making a wish. So what I'm going to do is select more cards to get context of what your message is for today. Let me go ahead and fan these out and select. First card we have is Trust. Trust the process. Okay, second card we have is Support. And next one, Intuition. Now when trust and intuition come out together, that is a really big indication of the fact that you have strong intuitive abilities, but maybe there's a lack of trust there. So it is, or if not a lack, a deficit. Maybe you need more trust than you currently have. So this is an indication to work on that, to bring that in. Okay, so now I'm going to pull tarot cards and see what we get. I'm using the If Dawn tarot cards, which have a dreamscape aspect to them. Whoa, hello. Got a flyer card, but I hadn't shuffled yet, so I'm not going to recognize it. Comes back out again, then I will. Okay, King of Pentacles reversed. I will just tell you what it is, just in case you know tarot. It was the Seven of Swords. So if that card has any significance to you. I heard a tarot reader most recently saying that she uses that as her spying card. So it's like somebody checking out your social media, somebody is checking on you in general. And that card just kind of flew out, so that might mean something to you. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. And I'm going to get one more. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords can be a cord cutting message. Let me see here. You might have to cut the cord with somebody, especially if you notice psychically you're being attached to someone, or like you can't break the grip with somebody. Then cutting a cord with them might be something that is helpful and beneficial to you. You might know who this person is. They might be showing up actually in these cards as the King of Pentacles. Or they could be showing up as the King of Cups. Could be more than one person too. Or it could be different aspects of a person. Or it could be one of these people is you and one of them is the other person. Just giving different options here. Going back to the trust your intuition, you just have to kind of discern which of those scenarios is you. And then we have the Six of, I almost said Six of Horses. I don't know where my brain is. The Six of Horses. You know why is because my brain went, oh yeah, this is one of the cards that has a horse on it. It looks a lot like, and I mean a lot, like the Knight of Cups horse, doesn't it? They have the same kind of expression. It looks like the same horse to me. So, I don't know, there's something there. There's something that's connecting these two energies, except this one is cloaked. This one has, what is it for? Why is it cloaked? Is it like, it's dressing it up, it's ceremonial. So, it's like one of them has an appearance that it puts on sometimes, and the other one is how it is naturally. I hope that makes sense where I'm going with it, without being overly explanatory. Alright, last card I'm going to pull for you guys is from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. You're going to particularly resonate with this card deck if you are a starseed. Lemuria being a starseed that's from Earth. It's saying Beyond Lemuria. So, what do we have here? Crystal keys. Alright, I'm going to read it to you guys. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz said to have been encoded with great knowledge for the spiritual evolution of the human race. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. Be awed in the creative flow or in a state of surrender. These crystals may be powerful keys to your spiritual evolution. It's on my bucket list to get a Lemurian crystal, but I haven't yet. But they're really cool. You can tell if you're sensitive to energy. You can feel the energy of these crystals, that it has like a very high frequency to it, like if you touch them, it feels like you can feel them vibrating. But they're meant to be used, like it says, they're encoded with spiritual evolution knowledge. So what does that mean? That means if you're here as a starseed, what are we here to be doing this lifetime is evolving the planet. How do we do that? Individually first, and then with these encoded crystals, it helps give you downloads and, extra bits of information. So that is going back to the support card, I'll just say that the support of the planet is with you as well, because the planet is here to support us in our evolution and in the planetary evolution and the whole earth healing and ascending kind of thing. So going back to your wish card, at this time it would be a good idea to set an intention, make a wish for your future, whether it has to do with any of the topics I brought up, in particular if you're trying to cut cords with somebody, or if it's just in general you're wanting to be part of that mission, then making a wish that you be able to succeed in having yourself, your personal self, where it needs to be in order to be able to be in a place in life where you're ready and able to live and fulfill that mission. Okay, so I think that's it that I have for you guys today. I'm going to put all these cards aside and move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 3. Hello. Your card was sovereignty. Sovereignty, if I said that right. So I'm going to select some more cards for you from the same deck and see what we have to supplement your main card. We have nurture. We have open. We have root. First thing that comes to my mind, and patience with root is root chakra. Let me show you the cards. So I noticed the similarity between your main card and nurture. It has the foliage in it. And then we have open. Talk about having an open mind. There's literally a doorway here going right through the other side. I don't know about you, but I love the artwork on these cards. Root chakra, or as some people in inner circles call it, the poot chakra. Get it? Okay, I'm not going there. But yeah, okay. We have a sun and a moon. I like this. The sun and the moon pointing to, is that even a sun or is it a star? It's open to your interpretation. These cards don't come with a book, which is cool because you can decipher them how you want to. And patience. Looks like they're going to be there a while. I don't see any fish in that water. Okay. So it's possible that with root coming up that you have some root chakra stuff that is needing to be addressed. So instead of me going over all that, I would say, especially when it comes to sovereignty, root chakra, and nurture, I think it's time to, with 9 of Swords, which is my anxiety card, as you could probably see why. Also can be insomnia and things like that, but I would say that there's some root chakra stuff here, such as balancing the root chakra. But actually, let me look at my little keywords thing that I have here. Meditation and healing required, 4 of Swords. I have a little nifty cheat sheet actually for my chakras that I use when I do chakra balancing stuff on clients. So I use this with my pendulum. And root chakra says base of spine, connect to earth, grounding, physical health, stability, strength, trust, security, family roots, and survival. And one thing it doesn't say on here is inner child work. So let's say you had a tumultuous childhood. You had some trauma that you endured in some way, shape, or form, whether it be emotional, physical, whatever. This is a good time to address that stuff, because I've noticed in my elder years, if you would call it that, that stuff that didn't used to bother me about my childhood has somehow creeped up on me over time. And it'd be like things that maybe it's because I see as a parent how you're supposed to be as a parent, and you have to work through your toxic parenting that you were handed to you, basically, like that was your example, and you have to like work through anything like that and then replace it with what you would have wanted as a parent, or I mean as a child, and the parent you want to be, not the parent that you are automatically. And so, having said that, when you have survival, family roots, security, and trust and stability, those are all my keywords for root chakra stuff that has to do at a very core nature with your first 8 years of life. Okay, so if you have anxiety, it could be stemming from stuff from your past that is now coming up. It didn't used to bother you, but you're having anxiety and you don't know why, and you're like, what's going on here? Could be, perhaps, possibly, that you're not able to point your finger at it and attribute to it, but it could be a thing. You could have CPTSD. If you don't know what that is, look it up. See if it applies to you. CPTSD. Okay. Ooh, 2 of Cups. That's a nice one. It's like I got the message out, and now we're moving on to greener pastures. So, and then I want to get you guys a starseed card, so I don't want to dwell too much on the tarot. This is meant to be a short reading today. But yeah, 2 of Cups is a great card. Harmonious, coming together, union card, contract, sign, positive things, such as that. And then you got also the 8 of Cups in the reverse position, which is good. If it's the idea of revisiting something, returning to something, because this is leaving something. So this is returning. At least that's what I'm getting intuitively at this time to say. So revisiting something that in the past you had left, and now it's time to see it with fresh eyes without the anxiety, and after you've done some healing. And the patience card tells me that this has either been going on for a long time, or it's something that it's not a new thing. This is something that's coming up from old. Time to reclaim your place in this world, and not let your conditioning bother you anymore. Because here's the thing. I was reading about this recently, about how a lot of people who are meant to do great things come from a background that's really troubled, and so you're meant to work through it. It sucks, because you're like, why did this happen to me? Why did I have this kind of childhood, or why did I have this kind of experience? But you're meant to work through it and go forward, using that experience in a positive way, and not letting it hold you back and hold you down, and using it as an excuse. Okay, life force energy. Revel in the... Sorry, I forgot to hold it up. Revel in the bliss of being alive. This card is packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. As much as possible, seek joy and upliftment in everything you do. Consider the foods you eat. I got this card today for myself, by the way. Maybe on pile 3. The foods you eat, the environments you spend time in, the people in your life, and what you wear. Sounds really woo-woo, right? You're like, oh, like I'm wearing shungite crystal. Is it crystal stone? Because of its electromagnetic, or EMF, whatever that is, properties. I'm sensitive to energy, sure, but this is the first crystal I've ever experienced where I feel something. Like I literally feel a difference when I'm holding it, touching it, when it's on my skin. So just something to keep in mind. I want to repeat it. The foods you eat, environments you spend time in, the people in your life, and what you wear. Increase your awareness of how things come to be in your world and their energetic resonance. You may be inspired to work with healing energies, with the land, perhaps grow vegetables. I think we've gotten this card for another group before too, in a different reading. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. Okay, so the things you surround yourself with have a vibration to them. And so this is basically just saying, be cognizant of the vibrations in which you surround yourself with. Think of it like, with energy, we can't prove energy necessarily, but we can definitely be affected by it. And think of it as if it's like a smell. So it's like, if you're in an environment that stinks, you're going to smell when you leave that environment. Whereas if you're in an environment that smells good, when you walk in the door, people are going to go, you smell good, where have you been? That's how energy is too. You can come in the door with bad energy and be like contagious of bad energy. Likewise, you can brighten the mood when you walk in a room. So it's the same kind of thing. That's your place with sovereignty, is reclaiming your own personal power. And if you need a boost by external things around you in order to make that happen, then by all means do so. Because for me, for example, the shungite crystal in general has helped with my anxiety, which I have stemming from my childhood. That's why I think this group is probably mine anyway. Not that I don't relate to all of them, but in particular it seems I have a pile that speaks to me as if to say, you should listen to it back and this be your own message. And it's hard because when I do these readings, I know what each pile says. So, but if some time goes by and I forget what I said in them, I could go back and listen to it if I wanted to and see like, oh yeah, I could pick a pile because I don't remember what I said in any of them anymore, and then it can apply to me. So, anyways, I don't know why, but with your group I want to pull one more tarot card. If I can find my cards, they're there. I want to pull one more card and just kind of see any advice or going forward message for all of us. Well, that's nice. I said one, right? Yeah, right. Okay, nice. These are really positive cards. Justice, Four of Wands, and Empress. So in a combination, they're really positive cards. Like if you get Justice with some other stuff, we could be talking about legal things or karma things or whatever, which we could be still talking about anyways. But in a combination with all three of these, the loving energy of the Empress and the positive, it really goes with the Two of Cups too. When I said like contracts is a keyword, this could be like buying a home, closing on a home, or selling a home, or any other kind of contract that is positive and good, buying a car, all that stuff. Because like back when these tarot cards were made, those things weren't really, how the world operated at the time. But now we have to relate them to our lives. So any kind of contractual thing that is positive for you. And so not really advice per se, but just like saying, look how good everything is going to be in your life. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like a futuristic kind of uplifting messages for you, for your future. If things do look sad or depressing at some point right now, or have been lately, just know that this is a phase that you're going to be coming out of, and things are going to be improving and looking better for you in the very near future if they aren't already. Alright? Alright, I'm going to leave you guys there, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you another time. Bye.